Once you have created a schedule, you can adjust the appearance of text and graphics to control how the schedule looks when it is placed onto a sheet. I've already opened the lighting fixture schedule view. The schedule is already formatted the way I want, but I'd like to adjust how it will look when I place it onto a sheet. To do this, I need to use the tools on the Appearance tab of the Schedule Properties dialog and on the Appearance panel of the contextual ribbon. Remember that you can open the Schedule Properties dialog by clicking any of the Edit buttons in the Properties palette. When you click Edit next to Appearance, the Schedule Properties dialog opens with the Appearance tab already selected. As you can see, the Appearance tab is divided into separate sections for graphics and text. The settings in the Graphics section enable you to adjust the appearance of the grid lines, or interior lines, and the outline, or perimeter of the schedule. I'll leave the grid line set to thin lines. I'll select Outline, expand the drop-down, and change the outline line weight to medium lines. I'll make sure that Grid and Headers, Footers, Spacers is deselected and that Blank Row Before Data is selected. In the Text section, I'll make sure that both Show Title and Show Headers are selected. Below this are three drop-downs to control the text for the title, header, and body of the schedule. When you expand a drop-down, you will see Schedule Default along with any other text styles that are created in the project. I'll leave each one set to Schedule Default and then click OK to close the Schedule Properties dialog. The other controls to modify the schedule appearance are located in the Appearance panel of the contextual ribbon. You can use these tools to modify the appearance of any cells in the title, header, and data section. However, you cannot modify the appearance of individual data cells. You can modify individual headers or cells in the title, but not individual data cells. Therefore, you can only modify entire columns of data cells together. For example, watch what happens when I select anywhere in the title. The tools in the Appearance panel are available. Now watch as I click in a data cell. The tools become dimmed and are therefore inactive. I'll click in the cell in the title with the schedule name. Then I'll select Shading in the contextual ribbon. This opens the color dialog in order to specify the background color of the cell. You can select any of the basic colors or create custom colors. I'll select green and then click OK. As you can see, the background in the schedule name cell is now green. In order to modify the appearance of a column, you can select the column letter. For example, I'll click Column A. When I do, the entire column highlights. You can also click and drag to select multiple columns or use Shift to select multiple columns. Take note that you cannot use the Control key though. These same methods work to select multiple headers at once, as well as multiple data cells. But remember, you cannot modify the appearance of multiple data cells unless you select the entire column. I'll select Column A and then click Borders in the contextual ribbon. Revit displays the Edit Borders dialog. Here, you can control individual cell borders. However, if grid lines are turned off on the Appearance tab of the Schedule Properties dialog, then these controls are ineffective. Since we have turned on grid lines, we can use these controls to override the schedule grid lines on a cell-by-cell basis. On the left side of the dialog, you can specify the line style for the selected cells. Then there are controls for the cell border on the right. You can click None to remove all cell borders, Outside to add outside borders, Inside to add inside borders, or you can use the individual borderline controls, For example, you can control the top, inside, bottom, left, and right borders individually. I'll click Switch the inside horizontal border and then click OK. Next, I'll open the sheet with the schedule view so that we can see the results. Some appearances of schedules can be seen in the schedule view, but others, like grid lines, cannot. I'll use the Switch Windows tool in the Quick Access toolbar to switch back to the schedule view. If you need to remove the formatting associated with selected cells, you can click Reset in the Appearance panel of the contextual ribbon. Realize that any conditional formatting for the cells will be maintained. To modify the text in the schedule, you can use the Font tool. I'll click and drag to select all of the headers and then click Font in the contextual ribbon. Revit displays the Edit Font dialog. Here, you can control the font, font size, font style, and font color. Any changes you make here will override the settings on the Appearance tab of the Schedule Properties dialog. I'll set the font to Arial Black, the font size to 1/4 of an inch or 6 millimeters in the metric file, and then select Bold. Then I'll click OK to close the Edit Font dialog. Realize that we made the changes to the text without having to deal with any text types that are in the project. Finally, you can control the horizontal and vertical alignment. You can also control the horizontal alignment on the Formatting tab of the Schedule Properties dialog. I'll switch back to the sheet so that we can see how the schedule looks.